So I cannot believe that I am saying this, but we are homeschooling for the upcoming year. If you had asked me a couple of months ago if that was something that I was going to do, the answer would have been a big no. But I am really looking forward to it now, especially because I've spent the time and really researched curriculum and gotten things that I think that we will love, and we have already started. So currently we do math, English, and reading every single day, and then in a couple of weeks we're going to be full on homeschooling using all of our subjects and really digging in. But I wanted to just kind of get a head start on, hey, we're going to see how this works. We're going to see how we can fit this into our schedule, and it has been really nice. So if you are kind of on the fence about which way you want to go with your kids this year, know that you can do this. There is a huge resource of community out there. I have had so many people just be so helpful and answer my questions who are seasoned homeschoolers and really put the confidence in me that I want to pass along to you. Today I want to show you the curriculum that we're using, and maybe it will give you some ideas for something that you want to do. I truly just feel for so many parents right now. I know that not everyone is going to be happy with the decisions their school board makes. I know that not everyone is going to have as flexible of a schedule that I have, and maybe the best for their family is not what the decision is made, and my heart just really goes out for you. For us, I just want to focus on the positivity that we did make this decision, and it wasn't something that I was looking forward to at first, but now that we're kind of in it, it's going to be really good. And maybe we continue, maybe we don't. We're gonna reevaluate every single year, look at our kids, talk to them, and see how they feel, and also see what's going on in the world to see if we wanna send them back to public school. We have been super, super active in the school. For me, I was PTO president this past year, vice president the previous 2 years. So trying to know that I was just gonna walk away from that, because it wasn't just my kids that I was kind of looking after when I was in these roles. I was looking at the entire school and what could benefit them. So I'm really sad to be leaving that position, because I really loved it and just getting to know the teachers and the staff at our school. But ultimately, I have to make the decision that is best for our family, and this is really what I think is going to be good for us. Really quickly, to show you how we are organizing our school stuff, here it is. This is a $25 dresser that I purchased at Target and had it sent to the house, and it's going to be great. And look, we are almost full with all of our stuff that I've been gathering. But I'm excited about this because it's gonna have it all together in one place. Doesn't necessarily mean that we're always gonna do schoolwork here in the dining room, but it just makes it easy to spread out on the table, and I can help my kids when they have questions. The first one that we are going to look at is the social studies. We are doing U.S. history by Abeka. When you go with Abeka, you have a lot of books, and that's something that I wish was a little bit more condensed, but it is what it is. So there's always a textbook, and at the end of the lesson, they have some questions that they are going to answer. And we actually are going to do this together. So this will be kind of a group study that we do. Here's just a peek at the pages there. And we plan on doing some field trips. The really cool thing, we are in Virginia, so we have a lot of history right here in Virginia, and DC isn't too far away, so we can kind of go up there for some stuff. This is a map study skills. There's also a test key, quizzes, and then answer keys to everything. Just thumb you through here really quick. So this is just gonna be like your maps and different things of the US. And like I said, the thing with Abeka, it tends to be very book heavy, so it's a lot of materials that you'll have to hold on to. We are also using The Good and the Beautiful, and a lot of my friends who homeschool just could not talk about this enough and how much they loved it. So for my 4th grader, we have the creative writing, and this is just going to give him prompts and show him how to really just get his words onto paper. And the language arts, his curriculum has 2 books, and my 2nd grader has just 1 book. So the thing about this is they have your answer keys. This answer key in the back of course 1 goes to course 2. So that way you don't have to keep flipping through. And then the other answer key is in part 2 for this actual book. But every single day he has things to read and then things to do. And so it's only about 2 or 3 pages per day, so it's not overwhelming. And there's a lot of diagramming and just really breaking down sentences. We are really enjoying this book here. We have already started with this one. And then they're both going to be typing, learning how to type, since computers is so much about what they do now. This is just a really great way to make sure that they are learning how to do it correctly. And then finally we have the handwriting, and they don't give me too much trouble about doing this because every single day it usually includes something, you know, mindless and fun that they can do. And they just practice writing because my boys have terrible handwriting. The next books that I want to show you is master books, and I have a lot of friends that love these as well. We decided not to go with this math long term. This is just going to be kind of fill in or, you know, brain work for the summer. And the reason for that is I love that it gets to the point, but I wanted to just have a little bit more intensity with ours. And so this has been really great for the summer, but for the school year, we have another brand that I want to show you in just a second that I really love. One thing that we are going to keep is the Master Books English. And so that here, I'll thumb you through some of that, just is a little bit more quick to the point rather than the good and the beautiful, but it is fun learning for them, so they don't really feel like giving this up, and I'm fine with that because it's just extra practice for them. Now, I will say that all of these books, almost all of these, are Christian based, so it doesn't really beat you over the head with it, but it does mention it a lot. If that's an issue, you might want to look at different books. For science, I got this, and as a note, you can find so many textbooks on eBay. This is the Complete Virginia Framework, and here are all the things that we're going to learn about this year. I'm not sure if we're going to use this solely or if we're going to implement some other things, but this is for the 4th grade, and it's very nicely written, nice and colorful. It doesn't really give tests and things like that, so I would either have to make my own or find those online. And like I said, I bought this on eBay and it was only $10. I know if you went through Five Ponds Press specifically, you're looking at probably $30 or $40 for this same textbook. These are 2 reading things that were recommended to me. This first one is by Scholastic. This is just for summer work. I need to figure out what we're doing, you know, officially for our reading for the year, but this has just been fun for them just to go through and you read the paragraph and you answer questions about it. And then this, instead of doing just straight spelling for schools now, they're more based on phonics. So a teacher recommended that I get this because it has like quizzes and stuff that you go through to kind of figure out where they are. I'm gonna be honest, I just got this in today, so I haven't had a chance to fully look at it. It looks like a lot of information and I'm sure it's going to be really good, but I will have to come back and review this one later. But this was recommended to me by one of my favorite teachers. And then I am most excited about math because I changed my mind 3 times when it came to math. So there's this company called More Expressions in Virginia Beach, and I just called them and I talked to them about my issues with math and how I wanted something that maybe wasn't as jumbled as Abeka, but wasn't as condensed as Master Books and still very challenging for my boys. And we came up with Horizons, and I am so excited about this. It is beautiful because it is colorful and it doesn't cram so much on a page, but it definitely puts a lot of information and practice for things. And that was one thing about Master Books. I love them, but I feel like sometimes it's just not enough practice. But Abeka seemed to have too much. So I am really happy that this is our math curriculum, and this one has 3 books, 2 that the kids will do, or that Eli would do, and then a teacher guide here. And the fun thing about More Expressions is they have some used curriculum, so this one isn't written in at all, but it is a little bit worn on the cover, but it was a big discount from buying new, and then I bought these books new so that we can be the only ones to write in those. Okay, so that is our homeschool curriculum, and I'm kind of excited about it. So I know that makes me a little bit of a nerd, but growing up, I always loved like new books and shoes. If I could just smell those, it was great, which sounds really strange. But anyways, if you are a seasoned homeschooler, please help me out with my science and my reading if you have suggestions for me. The rest of the stuff I'm really happy about, but those are the two areas where I'm kind of not sure where to go yet. But I know that we can start with what we have and always add it in later. I hope that this video was helpful for you. Coming up, I'm going to be having kind of what we're doing for my preschooler who will be in kindergarten next year, and also how we are working our schedule to be able to kind of work and teach 3 kids at once, plus entertain a baby. So that will be an upcoming video. I hope you enjoy that one and that you like this one. Have a great rest of your day.